Next, we have a battery emulator option, allowing the power supply to act as a battery. In this mode, user can configure full voltage, empty voltage, internal resistance, and battery capacity. There is an also option for the series and parallel cell connections. So user can enter number of series and parallel cells. So they can simulate battery pack. User can set positive and negative current limits for the charging and discharging of the battery. The SOC state of charge percentage can be configured between 0 to 100%. The system allows storing up to 10 different type of batteries which can be downloaded and execute. The save interval option to log the data. By clicking on a run option, the power supply acts as a battery. Using this option, we can test OBC onboard charger, PDC portable device charger, or a DC-DC converters. This type of circuitries we can test using this option. For example, a battery setup might include full voltage 230 volt, empty voltage 200 volt, internal resistance 1 milliohm, capacity 10 Ah, series and parallel configuring 1 jam 1, positive current 1 ampere and negative current minus 1 ampere. SOC 80%. After saving this setup to the file number 1, I am running this test. As you can see here, the actual voltage and power. So as you can see here in SOC menu option, it will show the live associated value. We can stop this test using the stop button. After completing the test, we have an option for the fast setting functions. In fast set, based on our CCCV priorities, I have currently set this priority to the constant voltage mode. Here we have an option for the source voltage, positive negative current and positive negative power. Additionally, we can create a program by setting the start voltage, stop voltage, step voltage and delay. For example, if we set the start voltage to 200 volt, the stop voltage to 220 volt and step voltage to 1 volt with the delay of 1 second of each step. The test will proceed accordingly. To start the test, we will click the run button. The test will be begun step by step. Next, we have the battery test option, which allow us to charge or discharge the battery. Before performing the battery test, we need to turn on the sense option. This is the important because if we are drawing a more current from the battery, it will cause a voltage drop. To measure actual voltage of the battery, we must connect the sense cable to the battery's positive and negative terminal. To perform the battery test, first we need to set the mode like a charging or a discharging. If we are discharging the battery, we will set the stop condition, which can be based on the stop voltage, stop current, stop capacity, or a stop time. We can configure one or more these conditions. Once the setted condition is reached, the test will automatically stop. After setting the stop condition, we need to enter the working voltage, working current, and sample interval. If we are charging the battery, we need to enter the power supply setting. Enter the power supply's voltage setting to the more than battery's voltage, and if we are discharging the battery, we must need to set the power supply's voltage to the below the battery voltage. For the charging, we will enter the positive current, and for the discharging we will enter the negative current. Finally, we will just click the run button to start the test. This is the older version of the IT9000 software. However, in the latest version we have an battery CC test option which includes battery loop test. These features allow user to conduct the battery life cycle test based on their requirement. User can configure the cycle of charging, discharging and delays. Now we have a road vehicle test option. In this section, predefined signals are available based on the predefined standards. As you know, every vehicle circuitry must pass this test. In ISO 16750-2, we have a test such as a surge drop test, reset test, starting profile test, load dump test. All these tests are preloaded in our system. User only need to select the voltage level, turn on the power supply and trigger the test. If the user needs to run a specific profile for a certain duration, they can create a script and set a trigger, making the process easier. Based on the requirement, user can select the test and perform the test effortlessly. After that, we have an ARB option, arbitrary waveform generation. This function includes such as a sinusoidal waveform, pulse waveform, user-defined waveform, Speedwell waveform and all. User can directly choose the signal and enter the voltage or current, and the signal will be generated at the bus bar. For the pulse waveform, user needs to set the parameters like start level, start time, start slew rate, top level, top time, stop level, stop time. For a sinusoidal waveform, user must need to configure peak-to-peak voltage, offset voltage and frequency. After setting these three parameters, they can enter the number of repetition required and run the test. The selected waveform will be generated at the bus bar. User can select and configure this setting as per their application requirement. The final option is SAS, Solar Array Simulation option, or a simulation mode. In this mode, we have to configure a 5 parameters: open circuit voltage VOC, short circuit current ISC, voltage at a maximum power VMP, current at a maximum power IMP, maximum voltage Vmax. Based on this configuration, the system will generate the voltage, current and power graph as you can see below. After running the test, the system will determine the MPPT, maximum power point tracking. For example, I have configured VOC 250 volt, ISC 5 ampere, Vmax 600 volt, VMP 200 volt, IMP 4.5 ampere. After turning on the test, we can see the MPPT points. Currently, we have connected the inverter to the bus bar and it's drawing 4.4 ampere with the efficiency of 99%. Before performing any test, always ensure that you enter the Vmax value correctly. This power supply is rated for the 1500 volt. So if you accidentally enter the incorrect value, there is a risk of damaging the inverter or a DUT. So this is all about this video. Thank you for connecting with us. If you have any query, you can reach out on this mail ID and stay with us for this type of more videos. Thank you.